So hey, look what I've got. This is a big old mess, but it does work, and it doesn't have to be this messy, but I'm just breadboarding it so I can make sure everything's, working as intended. I've got a 9-volt battery powering a 5-volt DC to DC converter and a 3.3-volt DC to DC converter. I have a 5-volt Arduino Pro Mini in here. You can ignore this part, it's just for programming the chip. That is hooked up to a bidirectional logic level shifter here, which sends signals over to this fancy little device, which is a SparkFun audio breakout that uses an SD card here that I've loaded sound files onto, and it's a 2 gig card, so I can put as much audio on there as I want. And then that kicks the sound over to this amplifier here, which then produces even louder sound, and for this little speaker here, which you'll notice with a bit of work will fit pretty much perfectly inside the barrel that I've made for the end of the gun here. This is currently powered on by my 9-volt battery. I only have one button hooked up for now, but it's just to test things. When I hit it, this would be the equivalent of pulling the trigger, which will play different blaster noises selected from a pool of possible ones. So when I hit that, it also turns on this blue LED here, which is used just as a test output for what I'm going to have in the barrels. This is an RGB LED, so it's capable of doing a bunch of different colors. Right now I've only got it going to blue when you fire. It'll stay blue, and then when you let go of the trigger, it fades out quickly. Now, because it's an RGB LED, that means I can change the color of the fire coming from the barrel, and hopefully in a little bit I will be programming the Arduino a bit better than I have it now, so I can add 2 extra buttons, one of which will trigger the overheat mode when the gun opens up, and the LEDs will all go to red because it's overheating. And then once it triggers back on, when you close the gun back up, it'll make a new powering on noise. So I mean, that's minimally trivial stuff, but it all works. It is a bird's nest, but it will be much, much simpler when time comes to actually wire everything together. So there you go.